filter. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the reminder. So today what we're going to do is that, as I mentioned, that CC has been supporting us. Our CC Management Committee is a committee of all the CC activities in our Cairnhill CC. So we have the chairperson, which is Sia Peng Peng, the PBM, and the reason we bring this event up is because at the last meeting we mentioned about how Chairman did mention that how we can Toastmasters can contribute to the CC and also contribute to engage our residents. So I will now give the time to our chairman, Peng Peng. You may introduce yourself and then tell us what's overall, what do you hope to achieve? Yeah.
Hey, hi guys. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so good to see everyone online, and I think except for Mike and this Yen Peng, probably I'm meeting most of y'all for the first time. And thank you so much for making Cairnhill CC as your home. And then right now that the rule has further relaxed and you guys can meet in person. Actually, I joined the Mandarin Toastmaster Club for their 12th years anniversary celebration last Monday, and it was quite heartening to see that everyone have a place to come back to, and then start your speech arts and then your this Toastmaster session. I think one of the things that we are trying to do is that because after 2 years of meeting each other on small window over Zoom, I think it's quite interesting to see everyone back. But that is also challenging because having the convenience of like zooming in from anywhere, getting everyone to make a special effort to a venue to meet up and speak and mingle with everyone, that takes a special effort as well. So sincerely hope that I think you guys can get yourself activated and then bring everyone back to your home again. So one of the things that I was toiling around was like, because it has been 2 years and then most of you would likely mingle with your own group. So I was toiling this idea with this this Mike and this Yen Peng, that can we then not explore like doing a Toastmaster festival or something between the CC itself, and at the same time each of you have some airtime on the stage and try to do some recruitment, and we can also take this as a opportunity to showcase our residents along this area what are the other varieties of Toastmaster Club we have, and then if they are keen they can always join you guys. So that was a background of why what this meeting is about. And since Mike and this Yen Peng is on the call, I shouldn't steal the thunder too much and then let you guys speak along your own lingo and get the discussion ongoing. And apology, I'm also running a second meeting over Zoom at the same time with my counterpart in Lisbon. So I would need to jump off very soon, but hopefully hope that you guys have a fruitful discussion today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you, Chairperson.
Okay, so maybe I'll drop off the line and I leave the grounds to you guys. Have fun. Bye-bye.
Yes, I can take a group picture first. Maybe you can show your face a little bit more so we can take a group picture. Yes. All right, I got it.
Okay, great. Hey, thanks, Yen Peng. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, so Chairman has stated what the objective that he is coming along. So what we need to do now, the second session that we are going to do is to talk about our objective. Based on, I mean, we will talk about how we can brainstorm here, because frankly speaking, my mind is just like, we have some idea, but really we don't want to take any control because everybody own ideas of how you can make this successful. So now is like I have just to share with you, I have discussed with my own, this was the message that I sent out. So that's the planning of this whole the schedule is that first in May we will first meet up, like today we meet up. And then we know that everyone is busy with the succession plan in June. You're looking for your president, looking for VPM, and challenging to get every as your ESCO line up. So so we rather we leave it to the club to do their necessity before the term end. And of course, some people are chasing for the DCP point. They want to do their project and finish. So we don't want to tie our people here. And then the July, I know that everybody also busy with installation, right? I think, and you start having a COT, crowd officer training. So again, we don't want to make you so busy. And then of course, after your ESCO being installed, you all have a meeting to talk about your term strategy, your calendar, your schedule for the term, right? So I will believe that in August is the best time where everybody all settle down. Your new officer already come in. So from there on, we can bring in your new officer and involve with this project. And with this thing that we are planning, like we meet like everyone like new and senior representative to talk about detailed planning in August. Then there's one thing we always have in mind when we don't do recruitment, we need to know, it's good to understand about this online speechcraft program. I'm not sure all the clubs has already started running. Even my Mandarin club, we only use the traditional method. I brought in Lisa because Lisa was actually conducted the speechcraft online for the district also. And she has actually given me some idea on how to run, but that unfortunately the Mandarin, we can't do it. I'm not sure whether our English club already started. So that's why I brought Lisa in. And September, we were talking after we have this idea on how we want to do, and then September we can start rolling out of our program. Like we design flyer, how do we want to do it, and how we run the whole show, and maybe we can state a date that which is the date that we want to do this introduction of our Toastmaster in Cairnhill. So that's the initial idea in my mind. I will close this because I don't want to disturb what you are doing. Now today, I also, in order to have a proper record, I have, beside this Zoom recording, I also invited Vivek, who was also a secretary for the last event for the Cairnhill. We did, which event was it, Vivek? It was the Toast Volunteer Night or?
Was it the flyer?
Yeah, the flyer. I think we met at the CC, right?
Yes, to discuss about the
together
flyer.
with NVJ. So yeah, I think it's volunteer night.
Volunteer night.
Yeah, it's a volunteer night.
Correct.
Yes. So for the volunteer night, well, I mean, Vivi was helping us as a secretary to write down the record. So today she also very helpful and willing to help us in this record. So after this discussion, we can actually have a proper, more structured recording, and then we can send it to everyone, especially those that have not, they are not able to attend tonight. Yeah. So so shall I now open the discussion? Do you already have something in mind or what I just proposed? Do you have any comment and counter propose, something like that? Yeah. Or maybe Mike Un, you want to say anything first? Yeah.
Open to the floor because my side, I've just recruited 10% and my first speech crowd will start next month with a 5%, and CQD has gave me, sponsor me, what's this, 5 new members kit. Then I've got extra 6%. I will push them back to my July or August speech crowd. So in total, yesterday I had 8 members came in, and online I got 7 members. Wow. With my flyer. So the existing Swana Club Group Director has given me 1 set of 5 speech crafters. So my first speech craft will start next month, June. Then end of June, they will graduate. Then my second speech crafter will come in maybe in July or August. So I think if we can, we maximize on the what's this? The trio. But then they are ending their session. And I've planned to speak to the new DD to get help from her. I think she should be able to do it. Because being a community CC, to get everybody involved, everybody might have a technicality problem. If possible, if we bring in the district, then at least the alignment is there, so everybody knows that the district is involved and everybody will have a fair share of all those that is coming in. I'm just playing along the line because probably the new DD should be okay because she used to be my schoolmate and we were talking about it, and she said
Wow.
that's why this National Day parade also she is supporting the CC with a couple of people coming in. So I said okay. So I thought beside having the CC support, probably we can also get the district support. So everybody has got equal standing ground. Because for 7 club to come in and a lot of what's this walk-in, then everybody will be wondering, you know, what's in it for me if I'm doing so much. So if everybody doesn't want to do so much, all she wants us is each club just bring 1 or 2 representatives, and the rest we get the DD to help us to do the show.
Oh, I see.
Then we can propose what we want to her, and then probably she can come in and tell us how we want to do the thing. So it's a win-win situation. The CC will get the crowd, and all the 7 members here will get their respective support from the district. So everybody will not feel shortchanged. This is what I thought it would be best for everybody. But of course, like I say, it is open to everybody. So everybody can have our, our opinion, then we can bring up to all the respective people involved and see where and how they can help each and every one of us.
I'd like to clarify, just want to write it down here. Mike, you mentioned about district involvement. Does that mean every club in District 80 is open to this meeting?
Once this thing is open to District 80, I presume our DD, she knows where she's coming, especially in terms of trainer, everything. I think we can ask her for help, and this trainer will come in the essence of trainer, and the 7 club will benefit from it. All right, this trainer comes in as an assistant to support the district. So just like now, if I'm doing I'm doing all my speechcraft, all my trainers are all from overseas online. They don't get anything. They just get a plaque for me or maybe a nice certificate. That's about it. So it is the same thing. But now that we are opening to the CC, so to be fair to each and every one of us here, to start this kind of thing, everybody will think, what's in it for me? If I'm contributing my time as a speaker, you know, if at the end of the day, there's only 1 person that walks in, then how are we going to share the 7 among the 7 people? So if let's say we get the district involved, and if the district can supply us with trainers to help us to boost up our speechcraft, isn't it better? And then they are just a supporting badge of the trio. Then I have my trio inside. I've got my DD, I've got my CQD, I have my PQD inside. All of them are involved. And it is also very good for the district, because I think this term, the district or the new term district will have a new direction. And at least get them involved. That's why she's so, she's so gracious that she wants to come in to support my National Day dinner so that she can get to know more about our CC activities and support us. And from there, I think it is an open, open door for her to step to other CCs, to work and collaborate with the CCs and TI. So the trainers, I think should not be a problem, but don't quote me. Of course, this all leave it to the the new term DDC, how she wants to support us in terms of logistic and speakers. But they will not have any benefit from Cairnhill. Their benefit is only exposure to the open stage, or maybe they will help us with our individual clubs training.
Now we have different languages. So we will have to, if you look at here, we have the English, Mandarin.
The only unique club, Peng Peng, sorry to interrupt you, I think it's only yourself, the Mandarin, the Tamil, and the French. Yeah. The rest of the club here are all bilingual and they speak English. So there's no such thing as, uniqueness. Even when they speak, they still use English. The only unique part is only the Mandarin, because they have to speak Chinese. Otherwise, they don't understand. And the French, they have their own style. They will never speak English. And the Tamil, Mr. Hari here controls 90% of the Tamil club in Singapore. So these are only 3 unique clubs. The rest of us are all English-speaking clubs. You just have their names differently, but automatically at the end of the day, they are all speaking English. So that should not be a big barrier here. That's why Anne says she cannot participate is because her club is a French club. Unless somebody wants to speak French and learn French, they will join their club.
So we still have the need to create the awareness.
Of course. That's why she will be here and there and then when as and when she's free. Of course, she must be included inside so that people know that we have these 3 different languages inside here, whereas the rest all, they have their own, identity. I don't know about the rest, they can fit in their, opinion.
So anyone have any comment?
But first and foremost, I'm sorry to interrupt again. Can we have at least 1 or 2 commitment from everybody or every club if this thing kickstart? That's the most important thing. So it's the manpower. Because Didi was telling me, I don't need much. I need only 1 or 2 of you. For what? Simple reason. What's this? BS control. We need people to, usher people in. And if we have booth, we need our own club members to man the booth also. These are the essential people that we need. Then the district can come in with other, other personnel to help us in every other which way. But as a member of the individual club, I think ourselves, we need to have at least 1 or 2 people present there. Then it justified that, it justify our presence in Cairnhill. And at least Didi, when she sees that, okay, all the 7 club members are here, so at least if it happened, then she'll feel that, everybody is a part of all this show. There's a commitment is there. Yes, Mr. Hari, sir.
You're asking for commitment, so I'm willing to commit. How many members you want? So we'll give you the commitments. No problem.
Thank you, sir. I know I can always have your support.
I believe those people, those of the people here all want to support this. It's just that how mechanism, how we're going to do it. Are we going to do a 1-day event, or are we going to do half day on how's the follow up going to happen? How do we start marketing that kind of issue that coming in? So I think that those that we have done last time industry guru, it's just simply that the CC help us to do the marketing blast, and then people come in, and for us, we were there to do ushering, we'll do the hosting of the table, and then I think, and of course we bring our speaker in like Darren Tay. That one we did it the industry guru for our Toastmasters to support the CC. But that one in terms of in terms of selling, I don't see much result. People here just want to listen and go. They are not.
Because the industry guru doesn't have any effect. You should bring back the original open house we had, where Hijazi was there and Siana was there. Then that was the actual open house where all the Toastmasters were actually there, and people were actually looking at what we are doing. We should concentrate on that one. The industry guru, that one is just a PA platform. It doesn't serve any purpose for the Toastmasters. The one that Hijazi was involved, that one is the real open house that we had the first time when the CC came back to Cairnhill. We can follow up from there.
That one maybe for those people who wasn't involved before, is that we have when Cairnhill after renovation, we came back, and then there was a big open house for the Cairnhill CC, and we Toastmaster, we all went into the conference room. We were there and we did the demo meeting, and the guests who are actually coming from open house all over the place, some of them actually came in and just sit down and listen. So even Chan Chun Sing was there. I think, I mean, some of the MP was around, and then that was an open house that we did. But again, subsequently, whether we managed to get any recruitment is also another issue, because it was just people talking in a conference room, and then not much follow up on that. We do have a name, but looks like after disputing the name to the clubs, we actually even open up the name to everyone. We don't know whether was there any result. So my thinking here is that instead of just everybody come into together to do, and without any clear follow-up for individual, so we rather do something. So it just inside my mind. Maybe I just give you some idea that what I have is that we can have the morning event where we have a hall where everybody sit down and listen to different languages that present their speech. And then after that, they will go to individual class, means that Mandarin, English, Tamil, French, or Malay. Of course, French, may not be joining. So they will all go to the individual demo meeting, and then we will start the demo meeting. But individual, when you do a demo meeting, of course, how do you follow up sales, right? That's why I have this idea of speech club where you already line up with the dates that you're available for the people who come in. So after all your demo, you just say, if you are interested to learn, you can enroll for this speech club, and we will follow up, and we then successful, we can recruit them. So that's in my idea of that kind of open house event, rather than just all go into one. So that's yeah. Any people have any different idea what we can do?
I think I like the idea that you gave just now, because I can see how the recruitment per club is centralized to when people walk into their booth. So that means the registration for individual clubs, speech club, is based on when people come to their personalized booth, instead of us fighting over each other. Like, no, you come to me first, you come to me first. So that will be interesting. So the activities of each club is you're responsible for what you want to do, how you want to attract your people, what activities you want to do in your booth. That's really up to you. And the airtime, I also can imagine, maybe based on the volunteers night, my session, but times all clubs. Like maybe my speech, but each club will have their own kind of presentation, or showy version for the whole part. Yeah, I think that would be a very workable idea. As a challenge though, I'm just imagining far. Will it be a boring session? Like people sit down. Imagine whole day. It's like a whole day lecture. Will people come?
Yeah, it is actually the whole objective what we want to do. In fact, we actually tagging the our CC resources, because CC tag on neighborhood committee. They have surrounded with different so-called we call subcommittee, and then residents even I think how many NC neighborhood committee do you know, our Cairnhill site? Yeah, only a few.
Only a few. The strongest one is Balmoral. Alternatively, we can do another one, just like myself and Jenny and Chaitung, we chartered Anchorvale CC. That MP Lau Ping San also, he gave us a booth. On that day, we can do an open house in the badminton court inside Cairnhill, where we have different booths there, and every booth, of course, besides selling Toastmasters, you can have some other things beside that. Then we can see how district want to support this event, or how we want to do this event. Then alternatively, and at the end of the workshop, or what you call the open house, we can get people to sign up, or whatever we want to call it. I agree, because if we want to do this a whole day event, people will get bored. I think people got better things to do rather than just to stick around and see what we are proposing. And for the benefit of doubt, a lot of these people, I think the first thing when they Google, they'll see Singapore, what's this Toastmasters Club. They have 300 members where all the club members all don't have a chance to speak. That's why a lot of my club members are all from there also, because they say they will take at least 6 months to get a speaking slot. So, Singaporeans, we are all very tech savvy. So when you type, what's this? When you Google Toastmasters, first thing you sign up is Singapore International Toastmasters Club. Where a lot of them can afford to pay for the venue and the membership fee, $500-600. But only thing is that, we cannot board our residents. I agree with it, because this kind of people come for fun and they want to have food.
You're muted.
You already lost you. We lost you, Mike.
Yeah, after food.
Yeah, people come, they come for food, and they'll bring all their whole family. Children will come in. Then, of course, we have our ice cream booth, and then you must have free food to feed them. Then they find that there's a purpose to, hey, oh, there's an event there. Let's see what's happening. So when they come into the badminton hall, then you'll see all the surrounding tables, and then they'll start to be inquisitive, and then they look around, what is there in it for me. That's how we can attract the crowd. But to put them sit down for one whole day just to listen to our speeches, I think they'll get bored. But we need to have a lot of challenging ideas. Yeah, Putu, you want to come up with something?
Yeah, if I may suggest, I think probably half day is more doable. I think in that case, and we do the half day, maybe the public speaking event, and together is simultaneously the booth are also there. So we don't need to do sequentially. I think the booth already there and the public speaking event directly there. Maybe we have a session from different club, or if the district support it, maybe different trainer from the district. So we can do simultaneously. I foresee half day maybe is sufficient, because if one day, I think is, as you said, I think it's too long, and maybe quite boring, I think. Yeah, that's what I would say.
All right. Lisa here. I'm hearing everybody has some thoughts. I'm thinking, if I'm a new walk-in from your residents around Cairnhill, they're all very high-profile people. Number one is they want to see what experience they can gain out of it by this first encounter with Toastmasters. So why not we just bring our Toastmasters experience to them by running a speech day, expose them to how we speak professionally and how people are trying to become professional speakers. And second thought is, how about welcome pack? Besides the food for thought, but welcome pack for them to take away, consider joining the club that they just witnessed, and see if they are ready for the challenge to improve themselves personally and professionally in two ways. Always win-win for themselves and for us. So Speechcraft is one avenue for them to come in as a new member, but for Toastmasters experience, a speech day will be more appropriate, like to show them a showcase of what Toastmasters is all about, not just how we talk, but how confidently we talk and how we bring ourselves to the table. I mean, just my idea. I was just thinking about it. Yeah. So 7 clubs, 7 speakers. Everyone, no?
Okay, so for me, if I may add with your good suggestions, I think it is, I agree with having the Toastmasters experience. So, but we need to make it fun and creative, because if we just really go in a room and it's really be a serious meeting, yeah, they will be bored. So I think, yes, we can have like 1 to 2 minutes, like Toastmasters, the table topics. So maybe, like for example, if that's a big room, maybe we can have like 7, for example, 7 tables, or like a booth, just like what Mike mentioned, right? But for example, we will have we will agree like which club will do what, but we will help each other to make it fun, right? So for example, one club will host food for thought. There will be food, but they will talk about food. So we will showcase an experience like, okay, you will talk like this. Okay, I like banana because. So they will have an experience, right? Because they will talk about something. So it's like an impromptu speech. And that is what we do, because we just want to show them that this is what they will join. This is what they will experience. So it's not all about fun. Okay, it's all about commitment also, and all about speeches. So that's one example. So a booth for food for thought. So there will be several food, and they will talk about it. So one thing that I also one suggestion is also is like, for example, an experience of having a podcast, because that is what we're doing in Pathways. Actually, there are many things that in Pathways that we can showcase. So that is one. So we can have a table. So we will like interview someone. It's like yeah. So we can do that. So for example, someone will join in. We can interview that person, or two persons are speaking, and then we will welcome one, and we'll just try to interview that. So another booth is, for example, so this is what I'm thinking for our club. So for example, there's a TV there, and we can have like an interview, but we will see that person on TV. So yeah, so actually there are several things that we can do that will also excite us and will challenge us, right? So I think yes, we need to bring fun, but at the same time, um, let us not really be thrifty, but be but let us allow them to have the Toastmasters experience. Thank
I love those. Correct. I have that in my mind as well. So I'm imagining, like, family day. We've done the family day before, right? For Cairnhill the last time. So the family day vibe, but the booth will be Toastmasters based. So if you want to win that prize, you better talk your way. You want a slice of banana cake, then you talk your way through it. Then you earn it through speech. Yay.
Yeah, Mr. Hari.
Yes.
Oh yes.
I think Lisa and Sienna has given wonderful suggestions. All of them have, each of your suggestions are good. We can put all together. What we do normally is we do a sketch, a small drama, then make people think how Toastmasters will become useful. See how people speak, what happens in the communication issues. So that sketch will make people laugh and get themselves interested. At least they'll sit 15 minutes and enjoy themselves. Then you show a showcase of chapter meeting, but not 4 or 5 or 7 speakers speaking, but just one or two will speak. Say one on prepared speech, one on table topic, something like that, and how the whole thing is done. Just run through the whole thing in less than 30 minutes, 20 minutes. So showcase exactly what happens, what are the roles, the different hats the Toastmasters use, and give them a picture of what is Toastmaster all about in this short time we have. With that, I think people will be more interested. So, small suggestion. So, of course, the sketch, all the 7 club members will be included in the sketch. So, someone will prepare the sketch, then you all will be acting on it. That will make it really interesting.
Yeah, and if I
Yeah.
may add, because we want to get the right people, right? So if they will see what we are really doing and they're genuinely interested, they will be staying in the club, or yeah, they will really join the right organization.
But only thing you all mustn't be jealous if one person joins one club. The others all wondering why not join my club. There shouldn't be a fight among yourself. That's all.
Yeah, that's
We don't have a fight because a Tamil club. So they, as long as they speak Tamil, they come to the club. So you don't have to fight with anyone.
That's why I was hoping if we can get the district to come in, so it is a fair and square thing. So
It's an excellent
everybody
idea.
will not have what's this inferior complex where I don't know whether this guy is going to which club or whatever it is, because having 7 clubs under one CC is not easy.
Yeah, I think Mike, we can do that simultaneously. Like for example, in the conference room, we can have the whole session of different interesting topics from the district. Actually, I agree with that, because the district can help all the clubs, right? So we can do that simultaneously, and inside the, is it the in the badminton court, then we can have different bits. So from all the clubs.
Yeah, because just now I think Lisa was talking about that. What's this? The welcome pack. I think this one, all the while the district has got this welcome pack, so that one they can contribute. Your idea was very good also, to have all this what's this table topic thing, and Mr. Hari has got these sketches, so we can all put these ideas all together. And Vivek was saying, she has got some other ideas in. That should be good enough for a half-day session. I think the what's this, the residents can decide for themselves where they want, because Peng Peng's idea, my chairman's idea, is she wants to capture those aunties that's always sitting at home, got nothing to do, and always watching Korean drama. So instead of watching Korean drama, she wants them to come into the CC to get involved, and hopefully from there they can learn the public speaking. So this is her idea of having this open house, and her captured audience are all these aunties. So if these aunties actually can come in, hopefully they can bring their younger daughters or children or son or grandchildren to come in and join Toastmasters Club. Like Vivek was saying, yes, this is a high profile estate. Even to enter their condo, they don't even want us to be inside there. So how you want to lure these people or seduce them into the CC, you need to give them a lot of fun, a lot of excitement to bring them in. Honestly, even to feed them, they also want to see what type of food you feed them. Okay? In the past, during our old time, we have this lady boss. She drive her Mercedes, she'll come into the CC, she give our staff, say, okay, now you take this $1,000 and buy whatever you want for the whole CC to eat. That's what she do every Christmas. So you see, these are the residents that we have. So we need to make a very fun, fulfilling day for them to actually be interested and understand what is public speaking all about. Then I think we have met our objectives. We can't speak. I think that they like what's this? Yang Ping was saying, we had that what's this guru thing or whatever. You only attract certain type of people into the CC, but now you're trying to bring in a lot of age group into the CC. Hopefully they'll come in. So we need more fun and exciting and make it more interactive. Then we can sell the Toastmasters in Cairnhill CC. Other than that, we are no different from other CCs also, other Toastmasters club in other CCs. Any idea, Hatta?
Hi, thank you for asking. I think it has really been mentioned about table topics. I'm very fond of table topics. I think that's a really great way to capture people's attention, be it the young or the older people or different age group, and people who might think that as you mentioned about aunties, right? So I think sometimes people feel that they are not ready to speak, but once you see somebody doing it impromptu, I imagine it to be one of those one activity that's on, I don't know, on a stage where everybody sees, right? It's not just specific to a club booth, right? So those I think if I have to summarize everything, the sketch, maybe you can have a Korean sketch. I'm not sure. Since the aunties like so much, so the theme of the sketch has to do something with Korean love, and then combined together with table topics, plus perhaps because you mentioned about the involvement of the district, one very high profile speaker that the district can supply us with, then I think that would attract different crowds of different profile. Those who I'm a professional, what can I gain from it? I'm not going to go to the CC and watch a sketch about Korean drama, but there's a high profile speaker, then I can relate to this person. Whereas the other group who can relate to the sketch, and then the one who wants to have some fun can relate to the table topic. Also, I think to answer your question, Mike, earlier, whether we want to get involved, yes, we definitely want to get involved. Didi, Niza was actually how she found out about this thing was I actually blasted the National Day dinner to my club members, and then
Correct.
she saw it. So she
Yes.
called me and she said, you know, you have to get everybody involved. You make sure all the clubs are involved. So when I said, oh yeah, Yang Ping and Mike is heading this, so oh, okay, then I'll speak to Mike about it. So I for us, I can more or less say that you have our support, right? She will want us to be part of it.
So Nisa is your member.
Nisa is a dual member, so she's our.
Yes,
okay.
Nisa is our member, and so is Hakim.
Yeah. I think some other that there was a year that we are planning to do the flyer design, and then I brought this up when Patricia Lam was a district director, and Hizazi was the public relation manager, and district don't think they want to. I think Hari was there. He was a club goal director. Looks like they are not supporting us with the flyer. So in the end, we actually claimed the fund from the CC. Now that we have this Niza on board, I think he's also part of the Cairnhill. I think it's very good that we actually gain better support then. And I mean, like, I'm not sure about Hakim, yeah, because he belongs to a club and he's very active in the district. So things like that, I think we have very good support. In terms of funding, I think the CCMC also had the funding. If we were to submit some budget, I think they will try their best usually to have certain support in terms of funding. So let me show you the I have done this earlier. Okay, this is what I have gathered in the past, and looking at what we have also just discussed. I don't know, can you see? It's a bit too small, right? I don't know how to enlarge it. Are you able to see this?
Yeah, it's okay.
Selfa? Okay. Let me from what we see and also gather the past experience. These are the items that I just came up with, and okay, the first thing we are talking about the budget, where we had a flyer design, printing, welcome pack that Lisa mentioned. So that needs certain budget. And then just now we talked about the Toastmaster presentation. We are talking about, we want to gather everyone in the hall and do some sketch and doing some involvement engagement. So the presentation itself will, like, for instance, the opening launch mechanism. Are we going to get MP? Are we going to give district director to come in? And then we will have to run the program on what we need, right? And this program, important is to showcase Toastmaster experience and give them some encouragement and motivation. And then, of course, we also have budget like stage and theme decoration, master of ceremony, which is like our Toastmaster of the day, who wouldn't get it, right? And hopefully this person is multilingual, Mandarin, English, Malay, Tamil, or possible. Maybe a Chaitun can do it. Professional show time, like just now we mentioned about, we are not just actually Matt mentioned about auntie. I somehow I thought so this circle agree with you that we only want to attract my auntie because you know that surrounding our Cairnhill CC, we have a lot of corporate around, like, you know, UOB, Cairnhill, we have people like environmental, ministry, and all are around our area. Of course, we have some of people who are really more on the corporate style, and the idea is, Peng Peng idea is to attract the residents around our area. Residents can include people who work there, people who are auntie, uncle, yeah, and some even like university students, right? Because over our place, in fact, we can see many good schools. We have Raffles Institute. Last time we are RGS, now no more. We have Singapore Girls School. Of course, these are too young for us, but those people who graduate from there, they are all they stay around there. RGS, people like Nanyang Secondary School, Nanyang Junior College, or what we call it? Yeah, is it Nanyang Junior College? So there are a few of the very good schools actually around our side, ACS. No, we hope to attract these people also to come in. So the program has a tailor-made also for them. And then just now, Hari mentioned about sketch, right? The role, show the role play. Maybe just some people playing on stage on how a Toastmaster meeting look like. Of course, you can come in with joke like people talk about Mandarin, people talk about Tamil, things like that. Someone had to do a play of that. And also we talk about booth with different things, right? We are talking about, we may want to set up some booth at the hall, whatever. And then we hope to have audience engagement. I mean, to do all this, of course, we need some technical support from the CC, where you have sound system, we have technician, we have people like photographer, right? We can have photo booth, putting a Toastmaster. Last time in the open house, we did a cutting of frame where designed by Hizazi. I don't have all those pictures right now with me. I actually trying to search just now. And then, of course, individual club activities, how you want to promote your club. I think just now, Siana mentioned about simultaneously, right? So we still need to, looks like we still have to, also looking at if they want to know more details, how do we engage them individually? So not pulling everyone like come to my booth, that booth. So how do we manage that kind of club? Yeah, we also talk about table topic, which can be part of the Toastmaster experience program. And refreshment, makan, right? We have souvenir door gift. Right? Souvenir can be part of welcome pack. Part of souvenir could be from district. Part of souvenir could be the CC also want to promote their own event, right? Sometimes they have this a lot of other things, or even a sponsor door gift. And then of course we need the identity. Our committee do want to identify, and then we have a stat system. Everyone will wearing the same T-shirt, same color T-shirt to welcome them. Then they know who they can approach, right? So there might be we may need the district to support us on that. But we cannot put Toastmaster Hub. That is important. That we have to put something that we want to make it stand up, yeah. And then speech club, just as I mentioned, of course, individual, if they want to promote, in what way you want to promote, how do you want to recruit? I think Mike has very good experience on how they can actually bring in the members in. That one he can share further. I mean, lucky draw is just my mind is that on that stage, do you want to have some fun on lucky draw? Stationally, those people, I don't know, that pen or writing, and then miscellaneous, I can't think of anything at this moment. So this is the overall that what I gather, and the budget that we need to consider. Yeah. That's so I want to hear from
just to add in to pull in the participants, to make sure the participants participate. We will make the participants speak for 1 minute or 2 minutes. So if the members on the floor, they speak for 2 minutes, you give them a small prize, so that all the your audience will be participating. So that will also make the whole event interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, with regards to the t-shirt, right? Is there anything wrong with putting Toastmasters of Cairnhill t-shirt so it looks uniform? There's nothing wrong.
Your voice, huh, sorry?
Oh, it's very soft, is it? Oh.
No, your voice not so consistent. Yeah.
Okay. Is there and are we breaking rules if you were to have a t-shirt that's called Toastmasters of Cairnhill?
Yeah, TI actually not allow us to put us as a group. TI still treat us as a separate. Perhaps something that you see right now, and I think some of you may know that Scarborough director giving away the Toastmasters where leaders are made t-shirt. we can do something like this. Maybe instead of blue, we make it all red. So it stand up as an individual. Then we can use the TI red color, the maroon color, and then this is our team, right? Or something different. Yeah.
Just to add in, Yang Peng, as long as you get permission from them, giving them the reason why we are printing it locally, cost wise, and with the current situation to increase the members, and the 7 clubs are involved. Generally, Toastmasters International give approval for you to do it locally.
Yeah, exactly.
You can use the Toastmasters logo.
Yeah, I think they put a few, I think 1,000 plus of the T-shirt recently to give away those long service award. So they are all blue color. So I thought if you want to have something unique for ourselves, as long as we use the logo with the word and then use the TI color, we can always submit and get the approval. I think district, if they can sponsor this, would be great because of this recruitment program. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. I received mine also. It's I think it's a locally made T-shirt.
Yeah. It's only
$7.
Collar $7. Collar only.
Yeah, the collar one, correct.
Yeah.
The polo
so
tee.
very nice, very nice. And check, you are thinking that wearing maroon color will be very nice. So that is the one that we can actually get district to sponsor lah. That's where they involve, right? The welcome pack also. I think TI has a welcome pack that they're selling at packet of things.
Yeah, correct.
$2 or $3, but I don't know where the price increased now because even the gavel, it used to be US 12, now US $15. Everything, I hope one day our membership will not increase. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, that's the thing that we need to work on the budget. And then now is just how to program it. Just now a lot of discussion here. We had to come up with a program that really run effectively, like it's a half-day program that most people suggested. Yeah, we not too long hour. Yeah, so this is good. In fact, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, and also I think it should be on a Saturday. Because Sunday it's a lot of no.
It's a family day, church
goers. Yes, exactly, Mr. Hari.
Yeah. Saturday morning or afternoon?
I think Saturday, but not the 3rd and the 4th, right? Because I think the 3rd is Johari and 4th is the IPA.
Okay, so it's the 1st or 2nd. Just now we thought the event can be sometime in October. Because if we were to plan on, you will really start a serious planning in August, then our marketing start in September, then the event could be either October or November. And that is the less hassle time for us. I think October start running their own contest, right? Division contest, area contest. I think November, so far so good, right? Not much event.
I think the event should take place in September. The reason is October we are having to pay the subscription, so that will give the clubs an plus point, renewing or bringing new members and all that.
Will that
so help them in the October subscription and membership. Give the club a boosting.
September will be the area contest usually, right? The weekend usually occupied by all the area contests. And then October is the division contest. I don't know what we back to in the tradition because I noticed that the online Zoom is like every division do it differently. Some January already have their international speech contest. So now everything live. I don't know whether they'll go back to the previous planning. I'm not sure. Yeah. But I think September could be quite rushed because, as I said, if the July, your new club officer just install and they are attending all the club officers training, then they have to start, the club had to start looking at strategies and how they recruit. And then they will tag on to this event. So in August, we can start involve them and get them to see how they want to plan for the individual club. After the people follow out how they want to recruit them, what kind of a speech car program that one, or demo meeting, a skill demo meeting to recruit them or whatever. So it could be sometime, could be because we need September to do all the promotion. So maybe the earliest could be October, and then if really cannot make it, then we have to do it in November. What do you all think the best time?
I'm looking at the calendar now. There are 5 Saturdays. There are 5 Saturdays in October. Second, third and fourth is 15 and 22nd October. That will be IPA and Johari. Assuming the earlier part of October is what, the division contest, is it? Then we are still left with a 29 October. That's about the only Saturday left.
Okay.
So is that
good day? 29 October.
Yeah.
Any comment from the rest? I mean, if we were to fix this date earlier, means that the division director or the DD already aware. So this is the date that reserved for us. But reserved for us, we only for these 7 clubs. Just that the trainer, who knows, could be the district champion, humorous champion, can come in and talk about, can entertain us. So, but I mean the district semi, now no more semi, yeah, now no more semi, yeah. Okay, so looks like nowadays most of the division, the district will only run 3 contests, right? I don't know the new term, what will they do? I'm not sure also. No idea. Maybe Mike, when you talk to DD, you can get some idea. But I think they also now in the planning stage, also cannot tell us yet. Yeah. Oh, we just tentatively we fix a date, October. Okay. And anyone have any special comment on that? Yeah. So if we say 29 October, okay.
So the tentatively is 29 October, earlier first half of the day.
Yeah. Assuming like 9 to 1 or something like that. 9 to 12 or 10. Usually, let's say 10 to 1, something like that. Too early, also people want to sleep.
So 3 hours. We are
also need to prepare, get our place ready, right? So by 10 o'clock should be ready. Yeah. Okay. And then the other thing, okay, now we have this date tentatively. The next thing we will talk about what we're going to do about. Either we want to come back in August to discuss in more detail, or in the meantime, everyone may come up with something, some program that you want to propose, or we put together what our idea just now and come up with some program. Secretary, maybe you can plan out what we discussed.
Yeah, I think don't come and do a planning again. Whatever you have done, spoken just now, let us work on it and start working.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was about to say that.
If you keep on planning, there's no end.
In fact, can I propose to all club members here, after I do up the minutes of meeting, maybe you can include this in as part of your handover, so you can start planning now with your current exco and then hand it over together. So the planning already starts ready from now. Then in August, the new exco, when they come in, they're not like totally fresh and not know what's happening.
Yeah.
So we don't lose time.
Sure. Do we have any people who are actually very well in terms of flyer design professionally? I couldn't find our previous one where I designed by Vivid. I only managed to get this one. This one was done. Yeah, I think this one was done before. But of course, this is just a flyer that we put at the CC. I don't know whether it's still there. Was it the design? No, it's the other one, which is the folded one, not this one, right? Yeah, I think we also did this one before. Yeah, that was before the flyer design, but I couldn't find the one that by we did before. Do you have?
I still have it. It's in the CC storeroom.
Some more left over. Yeah, it's a folded one, right? Yeah,
Yes.
the one. Maybe either you want to take it out, and I think we may need to redesign something lah, huh? But perhaps someone can actually have any people who are very good in getting people attention of those flyer and grab one at least, huh? So that would be good. Do you have your own special person that you highly recommend? Or within this group? There was one
I
that
did the flyer the last time. Canva didn't exist, so it was a very big challenge. So, now with Canva, you all can do.
Yeah, that one is a folk yeah. So but then now we're talking about the open house. Sorry, now we have also want to discuss how do we title it. Yeah. Just now Peng Peng mentioned about I didn't take notes of what she said. Toastmaster something.
Speech day.
Speech day. Speech day. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Lisa, right? Lisa mentioned, right?
Toastmaster speech day.
I think she mentioned. I think your chairman mentioned Toastmaster Festival.
Festival. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. She
festival.
mentioned festival.
I thought that down.
Who's that? Big thing, is
I
it?
think speech, something
Peng.
to do, really is like something to do with speech.
But I noted down she mentioned Toastmaster Festival, thing like that.
Yes. Okay. So she mentioned festival. Is it the right word to use for Toastmaster festival?
She started it, so we continue from her.
So it's called Cairnhill Toastmaster Festival.
Nice one.
Is it good?
Can I clarify one thing about the flyer? Is it every club create their own flyer or one council created flyer?
It's actually a combined flyer. We have I think we have different languages that do you? I can't remember. We do have. Are you able to pick up that flyer design? I keep it. I kept it. I tried to search, but I couldn't.
I'll try to get it on Sunday when we have the workshop. I'll go back to my cupboard. I think I have a stack of them inside there.
Yeah, that's a hard copy lah. I'm talking about a soft copy that we can show it.
Soft copy.
Yeah, I think we had that, but I don't know which folder I put it. So when I found it, I will. Actually, in our WhatsApp groups we have, but because all my past images has been removed. Don't know, the WhatsApp actually removed my past images. So if you still have your past record in the WhatsApp group, maybe you can dig up that flyer, because we used to send it over in our TMC group. Yeah, it was like a 3-4 flyer, front and back. So I think we have different languages also, but may not have Tamil. I think it's only English and Chinese, something like that. Yeah. Okay. Let's find it. Whoever found it, and then can post it on our chat group. Okay. Okay. What about title? So how we want to title it? Do you have any idea? So we can actually discuss how we want to bring this up. Initially, I was talking about Cairnhill Toastmaster open house.
I want to say something, but I'm scared.
Why? There's always, you brainstorm and just throw it out. Yeah.
I don't have any other suggestions right now, but my reservation with having an event with the name Cairnhill, even though it is organized by Cairnhill, it might do a disadvantage for the other clubs with Toastmasters name not starting with KQ.
You say remove the Cairnhill. Sorry, did you say that?
Is it okay? Because there are 7 clubs.
Yeah.
2 of the clubs already have Cairnhill and Cairnhill Mandarin. So if you write Cairnhill Toastmasters Festival, the spotlight is already shone on 2 of the clubs before the other clubs.
What about we put CC? Cairnhill CC Toastmasters. So because we had to give due respect with the CC lah.
Yes, correct.
So you will say Cairnhill CC.
Toastmasters Festival, that sounds better, yes.
Okay.
Or something in that organized by Toastmasters, Cairnhill CC.
Or Toastmasters of Cairnhill, something like that day or something like that. So you put the Toastmasters at the front. So Toastmasters of Cairnhill Festival or Toastmasters of Cairnhill. I don't know what that final word, I can't think of it.
That's the name of our chat group, right?
Carnival. The carnival. Live show. Showcase. Exhibition.
The title, I think, just give everyone a few days, let them think and come back.
Okay, sure. Okay, can. Okay. So
you know a target date by next week, end of next week.
It's always put Cairnhill CC in front. I mean inside this whole thing. Yeah. Like recently we run a few events in our CC. We always put TMC. Yeah. Just to show that this under the management committee is organized by, even Chinese New Year, we also put CCMC. Christmas, we also put CCMC. Yeah. But okay, the other thing that they used to call, now we actually call it MOCA. If you want even bigger, it's called MOCA, means that Momian Cairnhill CC, it's mean MOCA. So if you want to put even Toastmaster at MOCA, I think the MOCA can replace the Cairnhill.
No, you can't, Peng Peng. You put MOCA because PQ CC also has got all the clubs there. Mr. Hari is also there. Mr. Hari started the Tamil club in PQ. So you put MOCA, then you get the PQ CC's Toastmasters. The Hokkien and the Teochew down there.
You have Hokkien, Cantonese, Teochew.
So we can only put under Cairnhill only. We cannot put MOCA. If you put MOCA, then PQ is involved.
Yeah, actually, MOCA involve also people like Henderson, right? And
yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So you have Tangling also. Then you bring in what's this Tangling Toastmasters Club into the picture again.
That's going to be too
because
big
we are only focusing on our own Cairnhill Toastmasters.
Okay.
To benefit them.
Okay, so we will open this up and let everyone know think, and then we just throw in the idea after the minute is up, then we know that what is action plan, so we can start looking at the program, the detail, and we can start maybe plan of the next meeting date in August. So yeah. Let me see what our agenda like. Okay, so we are talking about brainstorming ideas, show what we can fulfill a CC objective. And anyway, what CC want us to do is important is to engage the residents, and we also tag along resources the CC to do the social media and to advertise around the. Because right now, even the CC, we have the LED panel, which show very large in front of the building. So we can put the event even over the LED screen. And then how we can benefit from their support, right? We are talking about money, not just money, the venue, the facilities that of our event. And then, of course, win-win to all clubs. And most important, membership recruitment. Don't forget about ultimately to recruit more members. And then what is the next follow-up action plan is, okay, so our next action, we just talked about, it's like, okay, after we have the more written up meeting minutes we send to everyone, and then we can see what action plan we need to do. Yeah. Maybe do we want to fix next meeting date now, and then it's easier for everyone in August, right? We will talk about August. Look like very far away.
Yeah, so what do we do then between June and July? I propose it will not be radio silence. Maybe we can still continue the updates, but in the WhatsApp groups lah.
Yeah, like what we are talking about today, like the program, what are the things, have any idea that come out with, some people may suddenly come up with a special idea, and also we talk about the title, and also the involvement on district. Okay, so are we, can we say Mike, you'll be, where's Mike? Mike, you are the one who is with the DD, but I thought recruitment program should be under the club role director, right?
It doesn't make any difference. It's the DD initiative that she wants to support all the what's this, CC.
Okay.
So if she called a shot, the rest, the PQD and the CGD will all work together.
Good.
And this is the interest of the district. It's not an individual Maradona thing, you know. She's doing this for the sake of the whole district. So if she say the okay and she tell her teammate to work together, I'm sure the rest will come in together, because this is beneficial for District 80. It's not for her own benefit. She's not doing it for her own glory. Same like what Pradeep did the last time, and Mr. Hari, they also do it for the whole district. It's not for their own interest. So as long as she show a sign of interest to help the district, and she's trying to be kawan-kawan with all the CC, so let's have the blessings. And then if she can really support us in all this area, it is even better. You know, they support us on the Toastmasters side. CCMC support us on the food and the ice cream. That should be good enough.
Oh yeah, we didn't put the ice cream, this thing inside. Yeah, refreshment.
Because everybody, what we want here is all sides have a win-win situation. And then this is promoting District 80 in what's this, in the whole district. And once the rest of the CC sees that they have the support of the what's this DD and the trail, then probably they might also want to invite them to their club there to start the same thing. So this is just a churning and so-called test effect.
So okay, good. So our next meeting, perhaps we should involve her. And do you think we should put her into a chat group, or
no. This is only
directly
initial.
with her?
This is only initial. It's not a 100% approved thing. It is verbal agreement, verbal understanding. It is just an MOA, memorandum of agreement. It's not official yet. Unless she take over the helm, then she has the the authority to speak. Now she doesn't have the authority. She's only sounding out only.
Yeah,
so we
that's
give her
why
the
August.
respect.
Good. Yeah, this why August is the time where all the top all settle down.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Good. That's a good thing. Okay. So for the time being, you just update what we have done, right? What we have done, and further plan. We will move forward, and then we just keep her update what we're doing. Yeah. So any other things that we want to talk about?
So two things. The first one, I'm putting the deadline for brainstorming of title by 31st May. So let us all decide on the title, get it out of the way by end of this month. Okay, so that's one. We can update each other via WhatsApp. Number two, August meeting.
Yeah. So
August meeting.
what's the best time for everyone?
Yeah,
We know National Day.
10 o'clock at night.
Sorry?
I propose 10 o'clock at night.
10 o'clock at night. I hope not. I can see people start yawning already. We have to take a lot of coffee to wake us up. So, okay, you want to do it means that it can be any day, right? If it's 10 o'clock.
Not on Sunday lah, because people need to work the next day, right? So maybe on a Friday or Saturday night.
Friday or Saturday. Friday will be better lah, huh? Because Saturday is family day. Huh?
Friday better.
Today is what day? Today is Thursday. Huh?
Today is Thursday.
Any of a thing on Friday? Don't have.
Or you want TGIF come earlier, Thursday night also can lah.
Huh?
Since Friday, everybody happy, party, right? So if you go to work feeling groggy on Friday, it's pardonable.
Maybe next meeting instead of on Zoom, we can do it live.
Huh? Oh, August.
Yeah. So okay, August, okay. Now National Day is on the 9th. National Day is on the 9th. So so you want to first week, second week, third week, Friday. For me, I'm okay so far. All the Friday, I'm okay.
Sorry, which day?
Friday, in August. One of the Friday.
Oh,
Friday. Yeah, let's put a if postpone, we still have the rest of the August to postpone.
Yeah, 5, 12, 19, 26.
Yeah.
Anybody free on a Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday will be better. In fact, Friday sometimes involves so many activities.
Yeah, Friday,
For me,
sometimes I got
I'm not
mahjong.
every Friday, but I can check with
Thursday,
my
25th August.
25th August. Would it be too late or not?
Yeah, shall we start on the starting of the month, like 4th August?
Okay, 4th August, fine. 4th August, fine. National is very nearby.
Yeah, a lot of event cannot. I may have, because I'm the secretary for the National Day event, so that might be quite busy during that time. So let's say maybe we can do it on 11.
Yeah, 11.
11.
11, that is a Thursday, huh? Not Friday.
Right.
Huh? Okay.
Thank you.
So next meeting is on the 11th August. Good. Yeah.
10 p.m.
So we have nothing in June.
June, you'll be busy finding your successor plan. Have you found already?
I'm doing my installation. Everything is all done.
We're going to do an election on the Friday.
Okay.
After that, we had to start talking to all the new EXCO and refresh them and then train them, mentor them. July COT. Yeah. So for that next 2 months, we just do whatever in our chat group. We don't need a separate chat group. We all do it on the same chat group. No need to so many. So we do it. So when it's everything transparent, we just open up to everyone. Yeah. So June, July, we just discuss within the chat group. Then August, then we meet up on the 11th.
We have something to look forward to plan on in June at least.
Sorry?
In June, are we looking forward to planning or what's the next step? What's the next thing to plan for? In June.
By June, okay, June we had to announce our title, right?
Yeah, that's the big
title, and then we can come up with all the suggestion on the program, like what we're going to plan and put it on the chat group.
Okay.
And then
if we already have the title,
and then we'll start.
Date also, have we decided on an event date? Yes. Maybe June, do we want to start doing a flyer? Proposing on the flyer for
the possible.
Very true. Yes, the flyer should come out to a certain extent.
Then we had a kind of budget plan to show to our CCMC on how much we need it for them. June, you see our meeting. I think June is difficult because June, our next CCMC meeting is on the 7th of June. I don't think we have any much detail. Maybe sometime in July. Our CCMC meeting is on the 2nd.
Peng, sorry to interrupt. You can give them a pro forma. What's this one? Tentative plan of how much it will cost us to do the printing of the flyers and the food. You just extract out from the last last event that we had. So at least the CCMC or them will have an understanding. Oh, okay, this event will cost. We need to support them maybe $2,000, $3,000 or whatever. So they have a estimate there. So on the actual date that we come out the actual money, they will not be having a shock. So at least you extract whatever you have in the past, then just put it in. And then you present them in
the
June.
open house is very huge one. It's actually 20, how many 20 over 30,000. That is a open house. I already have that budget plan that I just now extract. But so that's why I removed all the things. That was the old one. But no problem. Let me come up with something and then I will send it to my own and we have an initial discussion first.
Yeah, because I think our actual cost down here is only the food, the ice cream, the flyers. All right. Then the sound system, all this, it depends on how we want to do it. If you're actually going to do like what they have on stage, then of course you need to have a huge sound system, or that would be costly.
Okay.
I think the main cost is the sound system.
Okay, there's the flyer that we are costing.
Exactly. But if you don't actually need to have the the stage, we can just make use of what we have now. Just like the other day when we had our EduSave award, that little girl doing the emceeing, that mic is already good enough for the sound system. We use the CC sound system, so we will not incur any cost inside. Because in any event, sound system will take up half of your budget. Wipe off your food. No, so you take the money to put it into good use.
How many people we also need to so-called the budget, like how many, what audience, the expected audience? Are we able to estimate now? Because only then we can like work on the refreshment, how much we can budget for each person. Let's say $3, $5. Then there's a budget on it. Yeah. So now how can we estimate the club?
Never mind, we open this to our group here. Say how much we can expect on that day, because from now until the next CCMT meeting, at least we still have about a week or two. So at least we can plan on the budget on food wise.
Okay, I'll discuss with you lah. I'll discuss with you and then we can come up.
So at least let the rest of the group know the discussion point will be.
Let's say 100 people,
exactly. Like that. Say one household, you bring 3 or 4 members. All right. So if let's say you have 50 to 100 households, you already how many people there? So this will be our discussion point, guys. Budget for the food. That's about it. And then the flyers. I think that's the only thing, because sound system, all this I would prefer not to touch for the moment, because we are not doing a karaoke thing or those singing competition. Because once you bring in the sound system, you eat up all our budget. Then definitely a CCMC will just okay, such a huge event. Then will it actually, because don't forget whatever money we use here, we are using everybody's money here, because you are the taxpayer, right? So we pay tax, the CC use our money. So we make sure we justify what we are doing.
Yeah, we can always say this is provided by CC, is okay. I mean, I think there's one thing, just like when you mentioned household, it can be something can be a issue, right? People, like just like I mentioned, a lot of good school, right? Some of them really want their children to be there. Like they always think of public speaking, and a lot of parents, they want to bring their children there to learn about public speaking skill. That will encounter that we may have more children than adults that interested. I mean, Siana mentioned to me about this Gavel Club thing. Unless we also want, but I don't think we want to focus much on Gavel Club at this event. We have to be focused more on our Toastmasters. Yeah. So we have to state in our flyer where they state very clearly this is only for 18 years old and above.
Correct.
Yeah. And these people should be coming themselves rather than the household parents bringing their child there. We expect like people like corporate professional also to come in. Auntie, uncle, yes, WEC, you can promote. Senior citizen, you can promote them to come. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we'll see how we can work out a budget, and then some idea, then we just bring it out. Yeah. If we were to, let's say we estimate about 100 people, do you think it's a fair one? Even let's say, for instance, the club, the resident may not many. You notice lah, when we're Christmas and Chinese New Year, not many residents that turn up. Even they registered, they also never turn up. And that time, okay, it could be the COVID. And now with COVID over, we may able to take in more people. More people will don't mind to come in. So let's say we estimate that the hall can take about 100 people. That would quite justify, right?
So the target tax is 100 people, yeah.
If we were to say now we've got 7 clubs, every 7 club, if the residents, excluding that resident, were you able to bring some of your prospective member to come also? Let's say, assuming that each club will bring around how many? We have 7, let's say 50 from our clubs, possible. Every club like bring in 5 people, prospective member. Bring your uncle, auntie, or young children, young adult children. I mean, like, if we say we have 50 from our own Toastmasters club, we bring in our prospective member. Each club, let's say they come with 5 to 10, and then we have residents, which is about 50. So it make up about 100 people. Is it possible? Reasonable? Harry, are you?
These possibilities can be explored later. Now it's already more than 11:30. 1.5 hours now. The brain won't function effectively.
Yeah, okay lah. Okay, let's one step at a time. Okay, we shall now. Okay. So these are the things that we all can think about, and then we can discuss, and maybe we can itemize it, and then each of these sessions we can still discuss in the chat group, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and things like that. Yeah. Yeah. So that's about it. And then any final message from each of you? Maybe start with Hata. Yeah.
No, thank you, everybody. It's nice to see everybody.
Good. Thanks. Putu?
Time to sleep.
Time to sleep. Good night, everyone.
Everything's good from my side. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay.
Anyway, we will be giving our maximum cooperation. So with that, thank you everyone for all your ideas.
Yeah,
Great.
okay.
Keep in touch.
Nandri, sir. Nandri.
Yeah. All right. Siana, you have anything to say?
Yeah, see you all soon.
Lisa.
Salamat po.
Yeah, one on.
Okay, we our secretary here.
Thank you very much.
I
Terima
had time to do.
kasih.
Manakam.
Okay, so thank you very much, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Good night.
Good night.